Hi guys, I'm Chris Hynes from Golf Park Sanctuary Lakes and just bringing you another video on some tips. And last week we sent out a survey and thanks for all the responses. That was great. Just helps us work out some of the content going forward. So one of the requests was for understanding club selection when you're out playing golf on the golf course. And that's a really good question. So what I like to do is, I think the best way to go about that is to come down the range and hit 10 shots with each club. So you start with your wedge, you hit 10 shots, then your 9-iron, etc. And ideally, either write it down on a notepad or put it into your notes on your phone, which is ideal because then you can have that out in the golf course with you. So as you can see here, I've just hit a few shots with my sand wedge. And so what we're looking for is the flat carry. So they've carried 101, 106, 101, but generally my sand iron goes about 100 metres. And then you can look here for your grouping. Mine, I only hit a few of these, some were already here, but generally mine are quite straight, right? But what you'd also look for is your discrepancies of left to right. So see if there's a little grouping. You might be aiming straight, but you have a little fade bias or you have a little draw bias. So what's really important to understand is first your flat carry. So if you hit, I've hit 10 shots with the sand iron, my flat carry on average is going to be 100, right? So then you go through to your wedge. Mine would be say 120. And I hit it pretty straight, but if you have a little bias where you have a little fade, when you go out and play, it's very important to understand your distances, but also understand your tendencies. So there might be a pin cut short right on the green and there's a right bunker there and you have a little fade bias. Well, you're better off just aiming left of that pin, well left of the pin, aiming for the center of the green. So as much as understanding distance is very important, understanding your directional bias is also important. So just write down all your distances. And so if you hit 10 shots, I would just take out the longest one, the shortest one, and maybe the extreme right and the extreme left. So you're going to use maybe 6 or 8 of them to work out your average. And just understanding then that I think that's enough for most players just to have a base of all clubs. But understanding then if you wanted to hit, a shot where, say I hit sand iron 100, I hit it wedge 120. If I wanted to hit a 115 metre shot, well, it could be as simple as just gripping down half an inch on my wedge, which normally goes 120. Just that gripping down on it can take 5 metres off. So it's just understanding also how to take off an extra 5 metres, or if you really need to, how to add an extra 5 metres. So there's a few variables to it, but I think that's a really good starting place is to hit your 10 shots with each club, note them all down, keep them in your phone, and over time that will evolve. You might get some lessons, you might start hitting it further. Summer, the ball definitely goes further than it does in winter, but if it's in your notes, you can just, make the adjustments. I plan on doing some clinics on short game, on wedges, for different distance control, so just keep an eye out for that. I will either post a link or there'll be some upcoming information about some clinics about distance control and technique on short game 100 metres in, which is also really important. So hope that helps. Feel free to keep giving us some feedback as to what content you would like, and we'll catch up soon.